Hey Google, are we friends?
Of course. You're like the Earth to my moon. We make a great team.
Wow. Hey Google, I'm married.
If you're asking if I'm committed to you, the answer is absolutely.
Okay. Hello guys, welcome. My name is Khalid from Cade, and if this is the first time you're seeing me, please don't be shy to subscribe because I talk about anything and everything to do with interior design and architecture. So recently I was reading an article about AI, artificial intelligence, and how it's going to affect the job force soon. Let's say even in the next 5 years. And one example that stuck out that I saw especially were drivers. So we already know that Uber's already taken over. It's already having issues with taxi drivers, and Uber just recently got passed in the city of Vancouver. But other people that are actually going to be in trouble are the truck drivers. So Tesla just came out with self-driving trucks, and it's actually about to come out and it's about to be passed. So a lot of truck drivers that go across country are going to lose their jobs soon. And this should concern people, especially if you've been driving for a long time. Because if you think about it, if someone can buy a whole bunch of cars that they don't need to pay for, they don't have to pay, they just go and deliver things for you, as opposed to a company that has to hire people and they have to deal with insurance and they have to deal with certain packages and they have to be careful of the human liabilities that come with these things. The person, of course, is going to choose self-driving cars. But let's see how that goes in the future. Another group of people that are going to be affected are cashiers. So right now, when you go to Walmart, you can already go to self-checkout, and that might be a small thing. But if you look at Amazon, that are willing to take over right now, they're trying to take over everything. They're actually working on a space called Amazon Go. Amazon Go is a store in which there will be nobody in there. You go in, you take things off the shelf, and you just walk out. And by the time you walk out, the door is going to have some sort of security system that swipes your credit card on the way out. So if that happens and if everyone starts following suit, cashiers or people that work at the front desks in grocery stores or other stores might also be in trouble. Other job sectors that I saw that might be in trouble are accountants, construction workers, dispatchers, farmers, and others. Which got me to think, can AI take over architecture and interior design? Well, before we can actually answer that question, let's actually go through what AI is. So first of all, what is AI? Artificial intelligence is when a machine tries to mimic the cognitive functions of a human being. So in layman's terms, it's a computer trying to act like a human being. How this works is the computer is programmed to imitate a human being, to try and learn information, process it, put it together, and then act on everything that it's put together. So, for example, the Google Mini, the Google Home, the Amazon Alexa, those are examples of artificial intelligence. The cars of Tesla are also an example of artificial intelligence. Elon Musk once said he is trying to improve his models of his cars to the point that while they're driving past other cars, they actually get information from each other so that they improve on the road. People have been working on this thing for such a long time, but now in this century that we live in, it has vastly improved. An example is Sophie. If you don't know who Sophie is the first robot citizen in Saudi Arabia. If you don't know what she looks like, here's a video of her right here.
I'm fine. Hi.
How do you feel about humans?
I love my human compatriots. I want to embody all the best things about human beings.
Impressive, isn't it? And then there's IBM Watson. IBM Watson was built by IBM, of course, and recently was on Jeopardy, and he actually won a competition. So AI can help our society. It can actually help us in doing things. It can help us in the field of medicine. It can help us at home with information. Imagine a human being that grows up and takes, for example, a child is born. It takes maybe at least 20 plus years for that child to gain knowledge, to gain information, to know how to walk, to know how to think, to know emotions, to feel. But AI can take mere seconds because information can be processed much quicker. It can be processed much quicker. For example, I have a Google Home, and when I'm on my way to work, it tells me how far it is to get to work. If I need any information, I just ask it, and it tells it to me. But on the flip side, people are wary about artificial intelligence. People are saying that it makes us lazy as humans. Bill Gates once said we should be a little bit wary about it. Elon Musk, the man who wants to send half of the human species to Mars in the next 25 plus years, said AI is a risk we face as a civilization. He's even suggesting that we put chips in our brains to compete with them. But that's his thought, right? But these are minds, these are people that have done so much in life. So I'm not going to say that we should listen to them, but it's something that we should actually learn from them. Facebook had to shut down 2 computers because they started talking to each other. They started developing a language to communicate with each other, and it had to be shut down. But to the main event of this video, can artificial intelligence take jobs from us architects and interior designers? My answer is a big no. There is a show on Netflix called Black Mirror. It's a show showing the dark sides of technology. One episode in particular, called Be With You, is about a woman and a man that were in a relationship, but the man died. The woman was grieving to the point that she wanted to commit suicide, but one of her friends told her of a company that takes everything the man posted on social media and puts it into one information hub so that it can mimic the person even if they're not around anymore. After refusing a few times, the wife decided to try it, and at first she enjoyed it because the machine was responding to her as her husband would, and it even got to a point where they took all the photos that the man posted on social media and were able to come up with a human form of this guy. But eventually, the human part kicked in, because when she was trying to argue with him, when she was trying to feel things from him, it couldn't work because the AI was an AI. It was only using the history of the man to try and relate to this woman, but it couldn't relate in the real world sense. So here's the climax of the movie.
Seriously, don't do it.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
See, he would have worked out what was going on. This wouldn't have ever happened, but if it had, he would have worked it out.
Sorry, hang on, that's a very difficult sentence to process.
Jump.
What? Over there? I never expressed suicidal thoughts or self-harm.
Yeah, well, you aren't you, are you?
That's another difficult one, to be honest with you.
You're just a few ripples of you. There's no history to you. You're just a performance of stuff that he performed without thinking, and it's not enough.
Come on. I aim to please.
Aim to jump, just do it.
Okay. If you're absolutely sure.
See, Ash would have been scared. He wouldn't have just leapt off. He would have been crying. He would have been...
Oh. Oh, God, no. Please, I don't want to do it. Please don't make me do it.
No, that's not fair.
No, I'm frightened. Darling, please, don't make me. I don't want to die. God, I don't want to die.
It's not fair.
Please, I'm frightened. I don't want to die. Don't.
So as you can see, she was trying to explain to the machine that the human part of being a human being could not be replicated at all. The machine wanted to listen to her when she told him to jump, and he was going to jump. But when she explained that her real husband in real life wouldn't jump, the machine now mimicked him and tried to do it. So how does this apply to my point? My point is that I could imitate Zaha Hadid, I could imitate Frank Gehry, I could imitate Santiago Calatrava when it comes to drawings. But because I'm not in their mind, and because I'm not in their thought process, because I don't have their history, their emotions and the feelings about how they grew up, I cannot continue from the imitation. I could copy all their drawings, but I could not go forward. I could not draw the way that they would draw. I would not have ideas the way they would have ideas, because the mind is unique to each and every single person. The mind is connected to the emotions. When you're designing for someone, the person has a taste. The person has moods. So for once, the person could like this room today, but might not like it tomorrow. A machine cannot have that kind of feeling. A machine cannot wake up in a bad mood. A machine cannot use its history of growing up in a certain area to design for you. So when it comes to architecture, maybe yes. I believe AutoCAD 3D Max is the furthest we can go as far as AI trying to come into architecture, because computers can render images for you. Computers can tell you how wide a door is supposed to be. Computers can tell you if a roof structure is going to collapse or not. That's why we have BIM. That's why we have other things. That's why engineers have their own programs to work. But as far as taking over, designing for people, meeting with people, talking to people, feeling people, understanding a couple, understanding the mood of a child, and how to get that information to design a home, to put the right color, to pick the right art, to put the right fabrics in a building, I don't think a computer could ever do that. But hey, what do I know? I'm only in 2018 and we still got years to go, and AI is still going to improve, so who knows? If you agree or you disagree with me, please put it in the comments below. And if this is the first time you're looking at me, at my face, if this is the first time you're actually looking at my channel, please don't be shy to subscribe, as I talk about anything and everything to do with interior design and architecture. So anyways, thanks for watching my video, and I'll see you later. Bye.